Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Shea Ruddy now of Hillsdale football. Of course, many people will remember him from the state title winning team in D8 from Ottawa Lake Whiteford. How's it going there, bud?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm doing well. So, how's the summer been going? And just kind of recap a crazy senior year that you've had.
Yeah, my summer's been going all right. Just getting workouts, getting ready for the football season, and like you said, I had a pretty wild senior year for sports. So yeah, it was exciting with football and other sports too, because we had a state championship in track also. But yeah, football season was a great time for sure.
Yeah, what was it like to win two state titles during a year full of accomplishments?
Yeah, well, so the football one we've been working for forever, obviously, and track was kind of a surprise to me because it was my first year doing it. So going in, I had no idea that it could possibly happen, and sure enough.
Yeah. Okay, let's start in order. I mean, remind everybody, of course, Whiteford's always been, gotten to the state finals and gotten there, and then, coming and then this. What was special going back like a year ago, going into your senior year? Did you think that this was going to be the year to do it?
No, I never thought this would have been the year. I thought my junior year would have been the year to win it when we lost to Hudson in the semis. I thought that was our year. So coming in this year, we had confidence, and we had a little chip on our shoulder on how to play better because we had just taken a hard loss. So, and we had a lot of experience returning. So I think that's what really did it for us. But none of us really expected it until we got going in the season.
Yeah. So remind everybody, where is Ottawa Lake Whiteford for people that might not know?
Just north of Sylvania in Michigan.
Okay.
Really small town.
So right near the state line, if for those.
Yep.
So like going into that, did you feel like in finally being a part of, a part of the team that won it, what was that like for you to accomplish in your senior year, something you've been striving for a very long time?
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, when you're growing up and you're watching the team, you always want to be one of those guys. And of course, seeing it when they won it in 2017, you're like, man, I want to be that guy. So when you're finally in those shoes and you get to step up and be that guy, it's a huge thing, and it's really great accomplishment.
Yeah, it's did you think that, I mean, the performance that you've been to Ford Field before, like to go see a Lions game before that day?
Yeah, I had been there once before, but I was all the way up at the top. So
interesting. So to come away with that, and I know you don't have your state title ring from football right on you right now, but looking back, and I know I'm not sure how many times you pass by it throughout the day when you're at home, but what's it like to just see that thing?
I mean, I look at it every morning because it's right next to my bed and it's in its little case. So I mean, it's just a huge reminder of the hard work and great accomplishment and the brotherhood that we have. And it's really nice to look at too, because it's a beautiful ring.
It is. It is. Funny enough, a few days ago, we had Jason Mensing on from, of course,
oh, yeah.
Because of course the former head coach of Whiteford, and of course now at Westland, John Glenn. So what's that like to kind of continue that success that kind of he really kind of started and to see where it goes now?
Yeah, I mean, he really built a great culture at Whiteford of just hard work and dedication and success. And Teakin was able to just take it over and keep that mentality going, because we have, the same kids that played under Mensing and same coaches. So everyone just built off each other, and we kept that same mentality of hard work going, and we did all right.
And of course, he was the one that presented Whiteford the title. So that was that had to be pretty special for probably for the school and all that. So, okay, so now let's fast forward to track season. What made you decide, hey, I'm going to do track my senior year?
So last year I had talked about doing track and baseball dual sporting, but we weren't allowed to at the time. And so we got a new athletic director this year in Jeremy Simmons. And we had a few meetings prior to the track and baseball season about doing dual sporting, and he said it was fine. So we got together with the coaches, worked out like a plan and a schedule. And so I did both of them. Track was my primary because you had to declare primary over like what practices you'd go to. And so track was my primary, and then baseball.
So how did you do it? Like would you like go to practices, or how would you do it? Like did
Yeah,
you
so my
like
normal
split
day,
days?
yeah, my normal day looked like I would just go out to the track and practice for about an hour because they were shorter practices. And then luckily enough, our baseball practices didn't start till 4. So I was able to go straight from track to baseball and just do it that way. But I always would miss, or I not always miss games, but for the first like 10 games of the baseball season, I missed quite a few games because of track practices and meets. So
Yeah. So I know what position did you play in baseball?
I played a lot of shortstop and third base this year.
Yeah. What's your favorite play as a shortstop and as a third baseman? It's like, you get the grounder and all that, making throws across the diamond. What was your favorite play in all of baseball to make?
Um, I'd probably just say a classic 6-4-3 double play. Or if you're at shortstop, a nice backhand up the whole diving play to first. That's a good one.
Okay. What were your events in track?
I did the at the beginning of the year. I did the high jump 100, 4x1, and 4x4, and then later in the season, I had decided that I should drop high jump because I had a better shot in the open 400. So I did the 100, 400, 4x1, and 4x4, and that's what I went to states and did.
Yeah. So going to states, like, to qualify for states is one thing. To win a state championship is another. What was it like to qualify for states, and then in you really in track, in your first year doing it, and then winning a state championship to kind of catch up? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we were looking at all the times beforehand, and we had thought we had a pretty good shot. And just qualifying, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh, this is kind of how track goes, but it's not really how track goes. It's really hard to get there. And then once we were there, race day came and we performed well, and I was pretty blown away. I was very surprised.
Yeah. To win, what did you win a state title in for people? Just to clarify.
It was the 4x400 meter relay.
Okay. I know to be a part of a team and those four guys, to do it. What was that like? And I know that obviously the four of you will share something that no one's ever going to take away from you.
Yeah, it was a great accomplishment, and just the guys on that team were just super fun to run with. It was actually pretty funny that 3 of those guys are football players, including me, my brother, and Jake Iatt. So yeah, it was pretty funny that we are 3 football players, and yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. Um, Winning both championships, winning two championships is one thing. Winning both championships with your brother is another thing. What was that like for you to do it, not just just for the school, for the team, for the community, but for your family?
Yeah, it was really nice to have someone alongside there with me to win those 2 championships for sure. Nice to share a memory. And for football, my younger brother Drew, who was a freshman at the time, was also on the sideline because we had our whole team there. So, and my younger brother Breck, who was a ball boy. So it was nice to just have my whole family and just kind of share the moment with them.
Yeah. How close are you? No, okay, so remind me, there's you and then there's who else?
I
There's
have an older brother named Ty. He
okay,
graduated last year, and then
okay.
I have Ryan, who's a year younger than me. Drew is going to be a sophomore, and then Breck is going to be a freshman.
There's five of you.
Yep.
Oh geez. Um, it's I mean, family of five boys. That's something. Um,
Yep.
so what was that like to win it with have multiple rings in the household?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's a lot of bling to just walk around and see a few rings laying around.
Yeah. Um, okay, so I know graduation, getting that, accomplishing that, and then of course it's on to college. You're off to Hillsdale, and believe you're going to be there in the next few weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yep, I'll be there. I'll be there this Sunday, this upcoming Sunday, the 6th. Yep.
yeah, so just to kind of put a bow on your high school career, and basically your summer before a new chapter begins for you. What are you going to most remember about this past year, and just to have to see everything that you've accomplished?
The most memorable part will probably definitely be the football state championship. And I mean, I miss football a lot and all the brotherhood and just seeing the guys every day and the hard work that we all put in together. But I'll miss all the sports too because I'll never play those sports again. And track is a really special one to me too because it's just like a spontaneous decision to go do track and win something. So it's pretty amazing. It was a good year.
Just to be clear, you're going to miss high school football, not your football. Your football career is still going on.
No, no, correct.
Um,
Yeah.
so of course you're going to be, of course you'll report on Sunday, but what to continue, I know college football is a dream for a lot of people. But what's it going to be like to, get on that field and get on that for that first practice and just kind of, you can be the new guy again.
Yeah, I'm at the bottom of the totem pole. Yeah, it's gonna be a new experience for sure. Just a lot different, a lot more intense, I'm sure, and that'll take a little bit of getting used to.
Yeah. All right. Well, Shea, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us, and best of luck at Hillsdale, and let's have you on again sometime.
Yeah, thank you, Casey.